Hi all, welcome back to my Tech Stack Learning channel. Hope you all have been following me and subscribing to my channel where I have lots of Node.js tutorial series being going on, and also there are a series of tips and tricks which you have to follow as part of the Node.js development. So if not, I have given the links in the description box. Please go ahead and watch these sessions. So, as you all know, in the previous series of tips and tricks, this is the fifth tips which I'm going to explain, that is use path modules. Okay. So here in the session, I'm going to explain with the code and a few walkthrough of how I to use path module. So let's dive into that. And if you haven't subscribed or followed my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. So why use path module, right? So we have several features why to use path modules. So first one is uh, first one is cross-platform compatibility. So using the path modules, different operating systems has different path separators, right? So using this path module help us to be agnostic and ensuring your code works consistently across the different platform. The next one is the path resolution. So basically relative versus absolute paths, right? So resolve method, which is provided by the path module, helps us to sequence of the paths of the segments into the absolute path. Okay. The third one is normalizations, where handling the redundant segments, so which can clean up the path by resolving any of the redundant segments like dot, double dot, etc., or slashes, etc. Extracting path components. So if you have any directories which you want to extract the specific part of it, then the path module helps you. Then constructing file paths, it will help us to construct the file paths. Rather doing some different logics on constructing the file path, you can use path module, which is a best practice to be used, followed. And resolving the relative paths, also navigating the file system, like using relative path to determine the relative path from one directory to another, which will be helpful to the task like generating links or organizing the files. Okay. So here, as a best practice, always avoid hard coding paths. Instead, use this path module to dynamically construct the path, which improving the code flexibility and maintainability. So that is the overall why to use the uh, path module. Okay. So now let's see what all things we can use from the given path model by the Node.js, right? There is a detailed session which I have taken in the Node.js series of sessions which I'm doing currently. I will be giving the link to that, which you can go to that session and understand even more depth on the path module. So I'll be picking that piece of code, whatever I have shown in that session, so that for a quick view on how what all things we can be used as part of this path module. Okay. So this path module, obviously you need to import it. You have to install, you have to import that module. So there are basic functionalities of the properties like which you can get from the given path, right? Like base name, directory name, the extension name, whether it is JS or whatever it is. So that is one of the, these are the several properties which is available. If you have a given path, what all things you can be extracted, right? Base name, direct name, extension name. So next one is having this join, right? So basically creating a dynamic path. We can use this join to create a path dynamically based on user input or the configurations. As you see here, we have this path.join where I have given the separate folders and the structures which actually joins together and gives the joined path. Okay. That is about the another property or the function given by the module. And next, another one is the normalize. What is this? So clean up any path inconsistency using this normalize method before performing any file operations. You can see there is like redundant slashes, dots, etc., right? So it gets normalized together and forgive the final normalized path. Okay. Resolve is another one, which is to ensure the paths are absolute, preventing issues related to the relative path. So we can use resolve and then give the relate whatever the paths you have, and then it gives a resolved path. Then comes the relative parts, where you can extract the relative parts of the path, example directory, file, etc. So that is where we use it to get generate the relative paths of the file. Okay, so using this path model, you can ensure Node.js application handles file paths reliably and consistently across different environments, so which avoids actually the bugs and also maintaining the code. So I can quickly run this and show how the output is. So you can see in the given path, it has picked the base name as console app.js, extension as console app, without extension, and with extension it gave you the .js and the direction name and the normalized result path. This is how you use the path model. Okay, so this is the fifth tip which I have given as part of the Node.js development. So please make use of this and follow the best practices how to use this path module. Feel free to integrate this example into your Node.js projects to handle the file path effectively. So if you like my video, please follow, subscribe to my channel, provide your comments. If any questions around your technical stuff, please drop a comments in my comment box, where I'll try to give back the responses as soon as possible when I see it. Okay, thank you for watching, and we will meet again in the next uh, tips and tricks session.